You know, when I think exercise, I think Kenneth Copeland. Why? Because he is on a mission to live to 120 years. So he exercises a lot. He eats really healthy. And these things are all to his credit. I won't give him credit for anything else. But for that, yes. But he's got this delusion that he's going to live to 120, even though one of the people that he admires so much, Kenneth Hagin, said he would live to 120 and only lived to 86. He died at 86. Why people will follow people like Kenneth Hagin, who says I'm going to live to 120 and dies at 86, who says this, and everything is not what they say it's going to happen, says people are healed when they're not. Oh, you have to take it by faith. This is the emperor's new clothes. And if you don't know that story, dig into it. This is the emperor's new clothes. People are buying what they say and not looking at reality. And that gets me a little bit perturbed. All right. So yes, he exercises, he does that. He has a doctor. And yet the people following him will dump their doctor, dump their medicine, because what he teaches implies that if you want faith, you got to do these things. You got to dump your medicine. He may not say that, but it's implying faith is trusting God and not trusting medicine. It's just wrong. Okay. Anyway, so I went and did a little research one day, maybe about a year ago, and I did find out that we do have one on record, a lady who lived to be 120 years old, 122 years old. She is from France. And there's a guy, the oldest man that we know of, on record, is 118. He died at 118, and he's from Japan. So Kenneth Copeland is on a mission to break every record. Where does he get this? Well, in Genesis chapter 6, verse 3, God said, what did he say? He said something to the fact that I've had enough with man. His days shall be 120 years. And when you are taking things out of context so much in the Bible, which Kenneth Copeland does, when you take things out of context, okay, that sounds like people can live to 120 years, and his days shall be 120 years. In context, God is looking at humanity and he's saying, you got 120 years before something big's going to happen. And the flood. All right. Not only that, even in context, chapter 11 tells you people living to 800 some years. People lived after the flood. People living 100 some years. 175 was the least amount. And all these huge numbers. I'm not going to get into was that literal or whatever. I don't really, that's not important. What is important, though, here is that this context and other context of the passage of 6:3 tells us it has nothing to do with how long one will live, but rather how long before the flood will come. So it is wrong for these people, and I think it goes beyond just Kenneth Copeland. People saying that they're going to live 120 years. It's bunk. And don't listen to it. Don't follow it. And that's it. And you all have a good day.